that song.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 1060. Hello, it's Mike Bantes, broadcasting from Cafe Anyway, located somewhere in Podcastro Valley. Today, we have Hayley Thesemi. Hey, Hayley, how are you today?
Hello, my good friend, Mike.
We also have Madam Rootabega, Valentino, Bison, Bentley, Shoehart's going to stop by as well.
Can you turn down my headphones?
Are you deaf at this point?
Mike's Daily Podcast.
That's an entirely separate issue.
All right, can you hear now? Are you all right?
Yes, that is fine. Thank you very much.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
I think we need to put in the pantheon of great songs. Surfing bird is the word, and the long, frong, smong, and this song is in part of that pantheon.
Are you thinking of the long, cool woman?
In a black dress.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
By the Hollies.
Had radically different styles depending on what song you're listening to.
Yeah, they could be.
Because they also did Bus Stop.
Bus Stop.
Daily
Wendy.
Podcast.
Or is it Judy?
Yeah!
No, there's no Bus Stop, wet day, she's there, I say, please share my umbrella. Which was a very 60s kind of, generic pop. Singing good boys in a group. And then, of course, they had long, cool woman in a black dress.
Yeah, that was so different.
Oh, that a beautiful song.
And then a piece of that band became the Crosby, Stills, Nash Young.
Is that true?
With Teach Your Children Well, yeah, because Nash was in the Hollies.
Oh, that's cool.
It's all weird how it all connects. Have you ever heard of the band Air?
Yes, I've heard of the band Air.
I forgot how much I liked Air.
The French synth pop band.
Yeah. They did this cool song was playing on Radio Paradise that I sometimes listen to. I was like, oh, I remember this. It was like from the 90s, but nobody ever played it. Just like cool college stations would play it.
Yeah.
Lots of weird instrumentals.
I know my brother's a big fan, and he was into all that stuff, so.
I think a piece of that band later did that cover of A Little Bit Conversation. They remixed that Elvis thing.
Oh, the K12 or whatever?
XL something.
It had a K or something.
Had a K and a B.
This conversation, a little more action, baby.
Yeah.
All this
Look at this walking.
is gonna me.
And did you date Elvis, Madam Rootabega? Yes, that's what I was going to say. You just stole my thunder, Michael Matthew. Oh. All right. And her name is Madam Rootabega. I wanted to say that. Oh, wow. Then there was the conversation I had with someone we work with who's totally old school radio.
With less action.
Someone I talked to yesterday about, you walked in on that conversation.
Did I?
Where we were talking about announcers, radio announcers. And this old school radio guy is all about radio announcing has to be with all the vibrato in your voice. And you have to read everything like this.
And he puts together a radio show based off of classic radio programming.
Look at this walking.
Oh, wow. I'm talking about classic radio programming.
That's true.
And there's an announcer in that show that goes, the sounds of the golden age of radio.
Yes. It's... What I think of, though, is like your generation probably hears that stuff and goes, what do they do? They're just imitating an old sound. They're not being themselves.
I get a kick out of it. I get a kick out of it.
Yeah.
There's like articles and like studies into the radio accent, because there's a particular, back when they told you to swallow your voice, there's like a particular reason that people used to have that accent and talk like this, and that was the announcing of the time. And it had something to do with like bridging the accents between the C's or something like that.
Oh.
Like it was very in-depth, and it was very important to the time period for whatever reason. That the announcers would all talk like this, and they'd be blah, 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 and that's the radio voice that was used for over 50 years.
Wow, it was a way of unifying the world.
Something like that.
With the accents.
There was more to it than that.
Yeah. I feel like, okay, that's cool and everything, and that's nice. You have an appreciation for history.
But
and
it's not
history.
relevant anymore.
But like the average person who's just like, I'm going to turn on the radio and listen. Like our traffic people, all the traffic.
Right.
People that get hired to traffic things, except for that one guy on your station.
Yeah, he's like, hey, I'm here doing traffic, and there's some stuff happening, and whoa, it's a doozy out there.
See, that's what I'm saying.
That guy used to do... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I think people appreciate... I mean, some people like the... Go ahead, he used to do what?
I have heard from a source that he used to do sports.
Ah!
And then he witnessed a murder, and so he went into a witness identification program, and that's why his name has been changed for his own safety.
But he stays on radio, so he can be heard by millions of people.
Under a different name. Same voice, different name.
In the Bay Area.
In the Bay Area. Same market.
I knew from an early age, Hayley, that I was not going to be a radio announcer, that I was going to have to be a personality person, because I don't have these deep vibrato voices. It's not vibrato. Wait, vibrato is the thing when you're singing. Yeah. See, I can't even do that. So I knew I'd have to stick with personality and try and be an interesting sort of fellow, which I'm not really. So I failed at everything, but that's all right.
You can do character voices.
Those are real people that come into this.
I wasn't talking about them. I was talking about you who can do character voices.
Oh, okay.
This is one of my character voices.
What's that one?
I call him Roderick.
Hi, Rod. Eric. How are you?
Hello. You can call me Eric.
Eric? Okay. Eric, that's an interesting... Are those shorts? Or what is that?
They're
clothes?
cargo pants.
Cargo pants.
Capris. God,
you...
that actually reminds me too much of SpongeBob.
Yeah. That was a popular cartoon when you were growing up.
Unfortunately, is a popular cartoon.
Yeah. What time is it, kids? I don't know. Is that how it starts?
I don't know. I never watched it.
Oh, wow.
I hated it.
That's like me never watching Scooby-Doo growing up.
I love Scooby-Doo.
Wow.
I would watch Scooby-Doo, Curse of Zombie Island over and over again.
Oh, my God. I don't remember that one.
That was one of the newer movies.
Really?
It came out in the 90s.
Oh.
They went through a weird like portion of the Scooby-Doo life timeline where like they had movies where
Was Scrappy in it?
No, Scrappy was not in it, but the monsters were actually real.
They weren't people with the masks on going, if it wasn't for you darn meddling kids.
No, the monsters were actually real and often weren't the bad guys.
Huh.
So they had Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. That's what it was called. Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, where all the zombies were tourists that had been transformed into zombies through evil. And then there was another one with witches, and the witches were good.
Wait, this is a kid's cartoon, and live people are being turned into dead, rotting flesh, walking zombies.
Yeah, but they changed them back at the end.
Oh, good.
They break the curse.
So their dead, rotting flesh comes back to normal flesh.
Yeah. And then there's another one where there's witches, actual witches, and some of the witches are good and some of the witches are bad.
What happens to the daughter that's being raised by Wicca women? How do they feel about that?
They're in a punk band in the movie. They're called the Hex Girls.
Oh my God. Were they good?
They were great. They were as good or better as like Jody and the Pussycats.
I'm gonna put a hex on you.
That's what it was.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then there was another one where there was actual aliens. But it was great in that movie because they meet the aliens without knowing that they're aliens, because it's this girl and her dog, and she's very like 1960s, like Shaggy. So they get along super well.
Oh.
And then it's explained later that they encountered the Voyager.
The Voyager,
Voyager space?
the spaceship that we sent off into space.
The Voyager, as it's going to be called 200 years into the future.
Right, according to Star Trek, the movie.
According to Star Trek, the movie. And it had all of this pop culture and stuff from the 60s.
Right, yeah.
So that's how they, changed themselves in order to fit in.
They stole from the Star Trek movie? They stole, plot points.
Not really.
No.
But so she's super 60s, so she gets along really well with Shaggy. And it's really ironic because they're hanging out at SETI.
No! Yeah. I had a friend that worked there, a college student.
At SETI with this alien who's hiding herself. But yeah, they had these series of Scooby-Doo movies where the monsters and whatever were actually real and also not the bad guys.
I wonder why they went that direction. It's a fresh way of doing Scooby-Doo.
That was my favorite period of Scooby-Doo movies.
Because I just automatically assumed it was all the people with masks on.
Yeah.
It's not really.
It's old man Wilson again.
Yeah.
I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you meddling goddamn pieces of dog kids.
I distinctly remember that line. Scarred me as a child, but whatever. My grandma walked in. Oh, what are you watching, dear? I brought you your Rice Krispies. Now that cereal freaked me out.
Really?
Because it got all soggy and then it made a bunch of noise.
It did. I loved the noises that it made.
I love the rice squares. Those are awesome. Rice Krispie squares. Which you make with the marshmallow.
So much better if you make them at home, by the way.
Yeah, don't buy them
if you've never made Rice Krispies at home and only bought them at the store.
Buy them, though, from the bake sale people. The kids that do their parents make the bake sale. Of course, they go right to the store and buy them.
Or make some and then bring them to the bake sale so they can sell them. Donate a plate of freshly
That's
cooked.
very nice of you. That's a good thing. I had a question for you. I'm going to a birthday party on Saturday. By the way, I'm doing a gathering tomorrow night. I'm going to make burgers. But you're working tomorrow night.
I'm working tomorrow night.
Shoot. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to do it on a Saturday. But Saturday, I'll do another one soon. I cleaned my house. I spent all day freaking vacuuming in places I didn't know I had. And
oh my.
And Basil was sitting around we gotta go. I gotta walk. What the hell? And I felt this pressure, this stress being put on me by my dog. It was totally unnecessary. Mm-hmm. But anyway, so I cleaned my house really good. So I'm ready for more gatherings and get-togethers because it's been since New Year's Eve.
You have a lovely house.
Thank you. I did a little painting in the kitchen.
Ooh.
I did some postmodern work in the kitchen.
I love the hashtag type work.
And a little bit of Dadaism.
Da.
Da. As we go outside a cafe anyway, we're ringing Mike's Daily Podcast, somewhere in Mike's Daily Podcast land. Podcastro Valley, Mont. Hey, so I'm going to a party on Saturday. My friend Terry, it's a birthday party. She's got it Jamaica themed. What do I bring?
Jamaica themed?
Yeah.
Coconut rum.
Thank you. You solved it. Where do you get coconut rum?
You can get it at most supermarkets.
I'm going to get some
today. It's literally Jamaica brand. It's going to be the cheesiest thing ever, and everyone's going to love it.
I want to thank you so much. Mm-hmm. Coconut rum.
It comes in the white bottle,
You are so helpful. You're the answer man. Mm-hmm. You know what I want to also say? Because I want to just dip into politics for 3 seconds.
Okay.
Trump. There we go. So everybody's freaking out because he's saying he's gonna take all his followers and go home if he becomes a third party candidate.
That might guarantee the Democratic win. Yeah,
some people say that he might not even do that third party thing because it would cost him so much money to set up this late in the game. It would be so expensive to set up a third-party thing he might tell people to either vote for Hillary or another third-party candidate that he endorses, because he's not going to endorse Ted.
If there's one thing that I know about Trump, he doesn't care about money. He He has no concept of spending money.
Ah.
And that's why all his businesses has failed. That's why he has no sensitivity towards the poor and people of that nature, because he just the pure fact alone that he has publicly said that he got a small loan of $1 million to start his businesses shows you he has no concept of the loss of money.
No.
And that's why he keeps pretending all his businesses have done well. That's why he keeps thinking that he's richer and smarter and better than everyone else.
And he's going to get donations like crazy.
He's going to get donations
all
like
the KKK
crazy.
money.
Of course.
It's all going to come in.
It's all going to go to him.
Okay, there we go. Covered news.
Cool.
And so... Oh, we rocked to the Surfbird tune and a Papa Mau Mau tune.
Mau.
Which we found out Papa Mau Mau inspired Surfing Bird. And
Prettiest sound I ever heard, and I can't understand a single word.
Oh, that's very nice.
Thanks.
That's beautiful.
Papa ooh, Papa 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 ooh.
Wow.
That was for Braba. Blah blah.
Time for the podcast picture.
And here's today's podcast picture.
Hi guys, I'm in the podcast picture today because I'm Hayley Shoehart, the gift shop supervisor. What are we talking about?
I don't know. I haven't decided yet. What are we going to talk about in the cartoon, do you think?
Me?
We're going to talk about you, Hayley?
Are you talking to me?
Are you talking to me?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, okay. We'll come up with something. It'll be like Snap. And it'll come to us.
Crackle Pop.
Rice Krispies. We'll
Cereal.
Maybe we'll call this show today Krispies. Because of Rice Krispies. I thought the theme yesterday, K9, was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I feel as if we just lost steam. Did we just lose steam? No? Are we done with the show? I guess we're done with the show. All right.
We are pressed for time today.
Okay. Oh, Valentino and Vice President Emily want to say.
Hello, dear Mike Valentino, the backing attendant. I'm voting for Roseanne Bay.
And I'm Bison Bentley, and I do whatever he does. Do you know that? Guys, that was cool. Oh,
That was last election, though.
yeah. Roseanne's not even running?
I'm gonna vote for her anyway. I'm not gonna vote for Vermin McGee's hat.
Vernon Supreme.
Vermin Supreme's hat, like the disgruntled fiddle player day.
You could just vote for the Green Party's... Wait.
Or libertarians?
What was Roseanne Barr's party?
I thought it was the Green Party.
It was the something and something party.
Oh,
Like-
Peace and Freedom.
Peace and Freedom party.
Yes.
The Everything's Coming Up Roses party.
Everything's coming up roses and Roseanne Barr and buttercups. You ever had a buttercup?
The flower?
Yeah.
No.
We started picking up steam again there. It's like a roller coaster. Now we're going back up. Now we're coming down the hill.
We always do that. We shouldn't do that again. Because I have to go.
Oh, you gotta go?
I gotta go.
Okay. Wait.
Gotta go.
Not Brian just walked in.
Oh.
Hi, Hayley! It's so good to talk to you, because I'm Floyd the Floorman. Just kidding.
Oh, he was Floyd.
It's just Floyd.
We have fun on this podcast. Come back and listen again. Mike'sDailyPodcast.com, a great website with links.
That was some fun podcast humor that you heard there.
Amazon, if you click on the Amazon link, you will help us out if you go to the Mike'sDailyPodcast.com website. Click on that link and buy something that you were going to buy. And that helps us out and doesn't change the way. Also, there's PayPal if you want to donate and get a special greeting from all the I almost said Cafe, Santa Fe Cafe characters. They're not the same. They're different.
They're different. Their voices are the same and their names are the same, but they're different people.
That show's been over for like 20 years, but whatever. The Cafe Anyway characters. Get a special greeting from them. And then there's podcast pictures and the blog and all my past interviews. I might have an interview with the band in San Francisco. I might do a live interview with my iPhone. and record it. A mic on mobile.
That's cool.
So and the band sounds good. They sound freaking good. And there's a country guy too who sounds pretty good too. I was pretty impressed by his pretty stuff. Anyway, Hayley, thank you. I want you to have a great weekend.
I will attempt that.
Next time I see you, it's going to be April.
Yeah, true. That is true.
March
That's
is
totally true.
March has been an interesting month.
That's true also.
I don't remember what happened. I think I got a bunch of tax stuff in the mail.
Damn.
And then I had to mow the lawn.
Bummer.
And my refrigerator's working downstairs again.
Oh, and we're getting a new oven in my house.
Oh, awesome!
Because our old one broke.
Oh, wow! You'll be able to. Is it going to be electric?
Yeah.
You'll be able to cook all kinds of amazing things.
I know. It'll be great.
Are you going to make tacos?
I already made tacos.
Oh.
The range was the stove part was working, but the oven part was broken.
Oh.
So we're gonna make Dijon chicken.
I made curry chicken last night.
It's way different. But do you know what Dijon chicken has?
No.
Fitting in with our theme?
What?
Cereal.
What? You put cereal in it? That's what we're going to call the show, Cereal.
On it.
Even though there's another show called Cereal.
You put it around and...
You put it around the chicken?
Cornflakes. You basically bread it in cornflakes.
My grandma made that once when I was a kid. It was so good.
It's so good. It's my favorite. Anyway, let's get out of here!
All right, bye.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at mikesdailypodcast.com. Email Mike now at mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!